I expected my boyfriend to replace all my socks, the exact same ones as I had before. My boyfriend Jake and I had been dating for 8 months. Things were going pretty well until he decided to surprise me by doing my laundry while I was at work. Sweet gesture, right? Wrong. I came home to find him standing in the kitchen with this proud smile on his face, like he'd just solved world hunger. He goes, "Babe, I did all your laundry today." Even folded everything and put it away. I thanked him and went to check my dresser. That's when I noticed something was off. My sock drawer looked weird. All my socks were there, but they looked different, faded, shrunken. Some of them had these weird fuzzy bits all over them. I grabbed a pair of my favorite black ankle socks, the ones I'd bought from Target for $12 that fit perfectly and never slipped down in my shoes. They were now the size of toddler socks and felt like sandpaper. "Jake," I called out, holding up the tiny sock. "What did you do?" He walked over, looking confused. "I washed them with hot water to make sure they got really clean." Hot water on cotton socks. I felt my eye twitch. "These are ruined," I said, showing him the drawer. "All of them. They're either too small or they feel like steel wool." He shrugged. "They still work as socks." That's when I lost it. These weren't just any socks. I'm super picky about socks. I hate when they bunch up, slide down, or feel rough. I'd spent months finding the perfect ones that didn't make me want to rip my shoes off by noon. "No, they don't work as socks," I said. "Look at this." I tried putting on a pair of my favorite gray ones. They barely covered my heels and squeezed my toes like a tourniquet. Jake rolled his eyes. "You're being dramatic. They're just socks. Just socks. Just socks." I took a deep breath and explained very calmly that he'd destroyed about $60 worth of socks that I'd specifically chosen because they were comfortable and fit right, all because he couldn't be bothered to read a care label. "I was trying to help," he said, getting defensive. "Then you should replace them," I replied. "Replace them? That's ridiculous." "Is it though? If you broke my coffee mug, you'd replace it, right? That's different." "How is it different?" He couldn't answer that. So I told him I expected him to replace every single pair with the exact same brands and styles I had before. He laughed. Actually laughed. "I'm not spending money on socks because you're being picky." That's when I realized this wasn't really about socks. This was about him not taking responsibility for his mistakes and dismissing things that mattered to me. So I went to his closet and grabbed his favorite hoodie, the gray one he wore constantly that was perfectly broken in and soft. Then I threw it in the washer with hot water and bleach. 20 minutes later, I pulled out what used to be his hoodie. It was now a mottled gray and white mess that had shrunk to about half its original size. When he saw it, he freaked out. "What the hell did you do?" "I washed it," I said sweetly, "with hot water to make sure it got really clean." "You ruined it. That was my favorite hoodie. I've had it for 3 years." "It still works as a hoodie," I said, using his exact words. His face went red. "This is completely different." "How is it different?" "Because this was important to me." I stared at him. "And my socks weren't important to me?" You could literally see the moment it clicked in his brain. His mouth opened and closed like a fish. "I'll buy you new socks," he said quietly. "Exact same ones," I insisted. "Exact same ones." It took him 3 trips to different stores to find all the right brands and styles. He spent 4 hours total and about $70 replacing everything. But he did it, and he even bought me a few extra pairs as an apology.